Hey everybody, welcome back to X Hobbies, and today we have this thing. It's a White by MTD lawn tractor. Got a little 15 horsepower Briggs engine. I paid 150 bucks for it. It came with a bagger, which I took off. The engine runs. It has the battery. I think the battery's bad, but we'll figure that out later. But it's not in there because I took it out to charge it. But it doesn't have drive. Now, putting it in forward gear and spinning the pulley, it moves. What's wrong is if you take this out, notice this the day I got it. You see, there's all this grass in there. That's not going to work. I'm actually going to grab one of the bags from the bagger and then put all this stuff in it. And so we're back. I have the bagger right next to me, kind of thrown on this with this pole hanging it on, because if not, it's going to fall over. So what we're going to have to do is remove this back plate. So I have real wrenches. Just gotta so I'm gonna go grab a normal ratchet and see if I can fit it in between the space of the tire in here. So I got a couple of different tools. That's the wrong way. I have to hold this. Okay. Okay, one like that I can just hit with my little impact. I'm gonna go grab my impact. Alright, picking this back up. Just gotta and then once more. Wrong spot. And there we go. Now that should just... Nope, I think I have to remove those too. I'm pretty sure this is bolted in there. Now it should be free. How is this meant to come off? I don't think it does. Okay, I think I noticed something. If you look just up enough, right here, there's 2 screws. There's 1. There's 2. Nope, that does not come off. I really don't want to have to pull these whole fenders off. That's a lot of work that I wasn't hoping to have to do. Yeah, you can just... No, you can't see it, but I can. Get you close to it. Yeah, there, see? All that has to come out and be cleaned. Well, figured out what that was holding in. Alright. What we're gonna have to do is just... I'm gonna figure it out. So we're gonna have to do it kind of the hard way. Where you just grab a puff of grass and just on the ground with it. Take a bit of time. Or I'm gonna go grab the shop vac actually and see if I can just get that in and suck all this grass up. Well, find the bolt that I'm missing first. Because I'll remove the stinking starter solenoid, but I didn't even have to. Alright, so I got the vacuum. I'm just gonna basically just kind of come in here and go. Because as you can see, it's pretty bad. So I'm gonna just, I guess, vacuum it up and try and get you to be able to see it the best that I can. Alright, I got most of it with the vacuum, so I'm just going to kind of pull out clumps that I wasn't easily getting. I found more parts of the belt. Right there. See, right there, belt. Keep going. Now I'm going to hit it again with the vacuum. now that's looking a heck of a lot better. There's actually, you know, space down here. Well, this will have to probably be removed. This pulley will probably have to come off because there's a bunch of junk under there. So we're back. Had a thing I had to do. My idea is try and get that nut loose because this belt is stuck in between there. Yeah, it's all bound up. So we're gonna oh, never mind. I didn't even have to get anything on that top part. So, in theory, if I cut the nut off, trying to get the best view at this I can. And screw it. Let's try. Okay, that didn't work. I'm gonna just kind of try and pull it. I need both arms. Actually, I changed my opinion again, or my decision again. I got a hammer. I'm gonna just put you right there. And there we go. It's moved. And there we go. That belt is freed. What does that belt do? I don't know. So, I don't actually know what that belt does. If it's for like a tensioner or something. If I could remove this panel here, that'd be way easier. And it's not gonna work. Whatever. But I'm going to try and get that pulley out the rest of the way. The belt's stuck on it, and I think I need both hands to try and pull at it. So I'm going to cut away, and I should have that pulley out. So this is what we're looking at. Just a weird double pulley that's got a moving middle section to it. So that's out. I want to try and remove the belt because I want to look at the whole thing. Which means get to come to the front again. And there's... I don't know where it is. Alright. Might remove the deck. Or something like that. So, because honestly, I could just remove this. I don't want to take the time off. Or the time to. Grab some ramps. Lift up the front end and try and slide underneath. So we got it up. It's on the ramps. We'll just so it looks to be on the front pulley. Okay. I don't know what in the world's happening. Catching something wrong with the light. So, stop bringing the phone. Alright, so it looks like we're on where we need to be. So this belt should be set in the position that it needs to be in. I'm gonna guess. Yep. When you press that pedal, that belt gets tightened. And that's how this whole system works. Which means you can just drop this back in. That belt is terrible, but it's just what it's going to have to do. coming through down there. First off, I want to just get that nut back on. All right. Nut has been reconnected. Now it's just the matter of there we go. Now, we have that portion of the belt back. Next needs to be this one, which goes on top of that one. And goes around this pulley here. Now, just like that, belt needs to go like that on that pulley. You can see, I can't actually, you can see that pulley has to go around, or that belt has to go around that pulley. Which means so this is going to be an annoyance. Alright, so got it around that pulley, you can even see. I'm going to have to grab it here like this and just I might cut away just to get the belt around that pulley. So getting in there should look something like this. If you can see anything. So now it's time to come over. Yeah, that's how I did it. I used the jacked the front up just kind of throw it up on some ramps. Now, fun part is hooking everything back up. So again, there's this screw hole and this screw hole. Just pop those in there. I'm gonna go grab some different tools. So I sunk the screws back in. Now it's just getting this in here. I think that's on there right. I'm just taking 2 lock washers, putting it on, and putting 2 nuts. And just like that, 1 and 2. I'll tighten those up later, but it's good enough. And just take these. And then the inevitable top tail. And then we'll just take a socket. That down. And then once more. Then these 2 will have to be sunken in with hand tools. Oh, 1 fell. I could technically pull the wheel off and do all this crazy stuff, but just to impact it, but I don't really care. I'll get those 2 tightened down, come back and drop it back down on all 4s. There is one thing that I need to put in again. It's just the battery box. These 2. No, I just like that. That's pretty darn ready for a battery. I have to go grab one. Alright, so should be able to just just like that. I have to grab a key. I already put the battery in. For testing purposes, I want to see if it does drive with the original belts. Eventually I'll go through it on my own and replace the belts. But I don't want to, I'm not doing that right now. I want to make sure it drives the way it is. So I gotta grab the key real quick and I'll be back. Alright, so sitting on it, put the key in the ignition, press the brake pedal. Battery's dead. Because stuff shows up on the error meter. So it's either going to need to be jumped. Check the safeties. I don't know. It's not working anymore. It was working the other day. Might push it over and let the battery, bring the battery charger over, let it charge, see what it does then. Come back in like an hour or so. So I've been letting it charge for about an hour now. I have the brake on. Don't think that battery's the issue. I've been looking, well, not really looking into it. I kind of came to a slight conclusion. Removing the top section of the hood. I think that there is dead. That died, causing the whole thing to stop running. So I'm going to pull the top part of the engine. Get all in there. There's that. Should be the right size. And of course it's not. Oh, never mind. I don't have to do anything. These two wrenches should be the right tools. This is a good thing to do because, first of all, I don't know if there's any like nests underneath this cover or whatever there may be. Oh, never mind, there is a fuel shut off already. I don't know if you can see it, but there's this nut, or not that nut, but bolt, and that one down there. Just pop it loose. Alright, I'm gonna cut away, get the bolts out, and alright, this cover's ready to come off. I forgot that has to come off too. Alright, I'll remove these 4 screws, pull that off, and then the cover. Alright, so now, as you can see, we can just take that off. We'll remove that. And so that can slip right over. And of course, why wouldn't they put more screws into it? Because this is the same designed cover that my spare engine has. Why not just freaking Briggs and Stratton? Alright, now I gotta remove... Actually, I don't have to remove any more screws. And remove the whole thing. I should be able to just remove that little plastic piece. And everything else should just come straight off. If I have the right socket. No. There we go. There's one, and number 2 is under all this dirt. Come on. There we go, now it's loose. Alright, I'm gonna cut away, have this off. Alright, so now that that's gone, you can get a good look at that starter that I don't think is doing anything. So we're gonna try and remove that. I need this bad boy for again. Alright, I'm gonna take this side off. It's not held on by anything in the front. Alright. So now, gotta just break this thing loose. You can see that thing is just gross. The whole thing is gross. Let me just latch onto here. I'm gonna get the, just like this one, I'm gonna get that one out. Just can't do it with one hand. Alright, so let's use the old starter. I'm gonna just put that up. I have a spare battery we can just connect to. See if we get any. Yeah, that's, it's squeaking, which I might, let's see what the new one does. Yeah, that's a very vast difference in movement. And also the fact that this pin moves. So we'll put the nice new starter in. And just go like that. So I'm going to cut away, put it in, then come back. Well, I should say new starter. I have had this starter. It came off of a different engine that I have. But I'm going to cut away, get this on here, and then see what we can do. Alright, so now that the starter's hooked up, let's see if it does something different. I think this battery's too flat, but the old one barely even spun. Thinking I'm gonna go grab my truck's battery, bring it back here and try and jump it off that. Alright, so I have my truck battery there. That's all set up. Let's see. Okay, it's just... Well, let's see. Will that actually allow this to kick properly? Oh, you son of a freaking annoyance. Alright. Now it's not getting unstuck. My God. How many? This is the problem I'm having now, because I don't think this is the right starter. I think there's too many teeth. That one doesn't want to work right, and I don't want to have to order another starter. Alright, I'm just going to pull this all back apart, put the original one back in, and see if I can get it to run. I guess that's just what I'm going to have to do. Alright, so the battery hooked back up. The original starter back where it went. I got it to... Well, now that I got it there, and that's right about the place that I want it. We just come back over here. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I have not the singlest clue. Because well, now it doesn't want to, but I might see if I can plug just that battery directly onto those terminals. See if that's enough, I guess. So I have a very janky setup, but I think something might actually be wrong with that friggin' solenoid. Which means I'm gonna pull that out again, check it out, but I won't bore you with all that stuff. So I'll cut away, just check it, make sure everything's hooked up, make sure things are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and I'll come back and let you know what's happening. Alright, so I have everything back together again. I wanted to try it again. Let's see. Working the exact same way it was, because I got to remount the engine bolts, but haven't done that yet. But it runs. I'm going to get it to start again and see if I can drive it. But it's going. And there we go. Just needs new belts, the engine fully mounted down, and it's a good mower. Alright, well, that's it. This is going to be one heck of a video to edit and do everything to. But thanks for watching. This thing might be back for another video. I don't know yet. Haven't been sure. But thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, hit subscribe. Got any suggestions for things you think I could do to this thing to improve it even more? I know it needs a bunch of repairs done to the hood. It needs a real, like, desperate power wash. I didn't have any in my hand, but can make this thing probably shine up beautiful again. But I know those are things it needs. But I'm gonna put it back together. But have a good day.